So there is this one ayat mentioned in two surahs, Surah Baqarah and Surah Hadid, where Allah Rabbul Alamin is asking us for loan. Allah Rabbul Alamin asking us for something. Aren't we the ones who were supposed to do the asking? So he's asking, okay, let me tell you, or let me relay you the ayat. Who will lend Allah a good loan, which Allah will multiply many times over? Okay, I'm not telling you the whole ayat because that's not our focus. Our focus is Allah Rabbul Alamin is asking us for loan, and so that he can multiply. So basically Allah Rabbul Alamin is talking about zakat, or paying charity, or giving charity to other people, right? Something is wrong with the light. Okay, yeah. So he's actually talking about zakat. Yeah. So when we pay zakat, when we help out someone financially, when we do charity, what Allah Rabbul Alamin does is he takes this beautiful deed, he multiplies it and give it as a reward to the person who committed it. Okay, but we have to do it for the sake of Allah Rabbul Alamin. We have to do it just to impress him and nobody else, right? This is a very personal transaction between the creator and the creation, right? So yeah, it's very beautiful. So when this law of zakat came to our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was relaying this law to the people of Medina because it happened in Medina. And back at those times, everyone had to pay zakat. The Muslim, the non-Muslim, the Jews, the Christians, and everyone that was in Medina back at those times. And everyone who was eligible to pay zakat. When the Jews heard that they have to take wealth out of their wealth and give it to poor people, they became really very baffled and they did not like it. Let me tell you something about the Jews. They do not like to lose wealth. They like to gain wealth, okay? This is something I have seen in through many videos, through a lot of readings and everything. It doesn't matter to them where the wealth is coming from. It may be illegal, it may be illicit, it may be even by destroying a community, a nation, by waging wars and everything. They only love wealth. They only know wealth and they know how to increase it. My gosh, as you can see all around, and if you follow the latest news and everything, you would actually have an idea how the latest banking system works and everything. And most of those banks are owned by Jews. So yeah, they don't like to lose wealth. So when our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that now on you have to give a certain amount of your wealth to poor people, they did not like it. Okay, and then they made a very vile comment about Allah Rabbul Alamin, and it was actually direct towards our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Allah Rabbul Alamin got so angry, so frustrated with the Jewish community of Medina, that he recorded it in Quran, and this is what he said. So this ayat is 181 of Sura Ali Imran. Okay, yeah. Allah has heard the saying of those who said, Allah is poor and we are rich. We shall record what they have said and the fact of their slaying the prophets unjustly, and we shall say for them, taste now the torment of the fire. Allah Rabbul Alamin recorded two misbehavior of the Jewish community. One, they made a very vile statement, which is like when they heard that they have to give wealth to poor people, this is what they said. So Allah has become poor. He does not have any wealth to give. That is why he is asking us for money because we are so wealthy. This is what the Jewish community and the Jewish people say back at those times. And the second thing, Allah Rabbul Alamin, because this is something that we also practice within our human nature. We give someone chance upon chance upon chance upon chance, believing that person would improve through their attitude, through their behavior and everything. But when they don't, it makes us really very angry because we have already given them so many chances, right? So what we do is, whatever the latest misbehavior is, or whatever the latest thing that they did to make us upset, we attack that you did XYZ. And not only that, when we are overly frustrated, we also attack their past behavior. And this is what Allah Rabbul Alamin is doing. Not only he recorded what that rude and vile comment was that they made about Allah Rabbul Alamin, that Allah Rabbul Alamin is poor, but he also mentioned the fact that they have murdered so many of Allah's messengers and Rasuls, like illegally and so cruelly. And one of those two well-known prophets are Hazrat Zakaria alayhi salam and Hazrat Yahya alayhi salam. And inshallah, alhamdulillah, I'm gonna make videos on these two prophets in future and why the Jewish back in those times have murdered them, right? So yeah, Allah Rabbul Alamin, their worst crimes in Holy Quran, in Sura Ali Imran, ayat number 181. And then there is actually a continuation of this incident, which is actually quite funny. When Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu heard that they were attacking our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam by making this very bad comment and very bad statements, he went up to this one Jew and slapped him very tightly, which I must say very well deserving. Now, there is a reason why they made that comment, and that reason is also recorded in 183 ayat of Sura Ali Imran, which I discussed in another video, so you can go and watch it. Inshallah, alhamdulillah, I'm gonna release that today. And when I read upon that, I was so astonished, as many other ayats of Holy Quran astonishes me, and that's why I love making videos on them. And I thought, you know what, people should know about this, because when we get to know the historical aspects of certain events, it helps us to understand Quran and certain ayats and what happened and what not very well, and then we can understand our deen very well. So when the Jewish community, the thing is, the Jewish community, they were very educated. They studied their religious books thoroughly. They were called the people of the book, means they were so scholarly that Allah Rabbul Alamin called them people of the book, right? Now, why a group of people who were so knowledgeable on their own religion would make such a statement? They were not supposed to make such a statement, and that too about the Creator himself. Basically, their main target was our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how to actually get out of this new law of paying zakat and everything, because as I said, they do not like to lose wealth, they like to gain wealth. Okay, so and then Allah Rabbul Alamin teaches our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam how to handle this situation. Again, it's mentioned in the next video, you can watch it. And yeah, that's about it. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Am I? Yeah. So this is the month of Ramadan. This is the month when we are supposed to give charity and everything. But basically, it's not that you have to pay charity only in the month of Ramadan. You can do it all year around. But since this is the month of Rahmah, the month of mercy, when you pay something, Allah Rabbul Alamin literally doubles it. So this is the trick I use very often. When you are struggling financially, do charity. Even if it's 5 taka, even if it's 10 taka, even if it's 20 taka, 50 taka, just pay. It doesn't matter. The amount does not matter. Allah Rabbul Alamin sees your intention. And this is what you do. When you're giving money to anyone, say this in your heart, that Allah Rabbul Alamin, this is a personal transaction that I'm making with you, so that you can take this deed and you can multiply it, and I can achieve financial balance in future. Because as we know, zakat does not decrease wealth, zakat increases wealth, because Allah Rabbul Alamin increases it. So inshallah, alhamdulillah, I hope this video will encourage you to do more charity, to pay zakat and everything. Let's not become like the Jews who wanted to get out of this. Let's become true Muslims we are supposed to actually give in the name of Allah Rabbul Alamin as much as we can, because that is one of our special traits, the traits of Muslims. So I hope my videos are teaching you something about the deen, teaching you about Islam. I hope you're finding it useful. Please share it with other people, comment and like, because that helps my channel a lot. Inshallah, alhamdulillah. See you in next video. Assalamu alaikum.